All right, guys, on to the next steps on this water pump replacement on this Duramax LLY. All right, guys, so what we need to do now is we need to get the boost hose out of the way. This is the hot side, driver side boost hose. That needs to get removed out of the way. Also, at the same time, we need to remove the ECM, PCM, engine control module, powertrain control module. Different people call it different things. The battery tray, it probably should be loosened up. You don't need to remove it, but you can loosen it up. Loosen up these two bolts. Loosen up these three bolts. Real quick, guys, this center bolt is actually holding up the windshield wiper bottle. Not, just so you guys know. So remember, loosen those two up. Loosen these three up. Give it a little bit, loosen them up a little bit, and then you're going to remove these two. These two bolts are holding on to the upper bracket of the ECM. And then to be able to also move the ECM out of the way, do not forget this step. You go into the driver's side fender well, and there's a bolt here, you guys. That bolt is the bottom bolt for the bracket to the ECM. If you take the top bolts off and you're yanking and yanking and yanking and it ain't moving, it's because of this bolt, guys. You don't want to break it. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you still don't want to break it. Here is the hot side boost hose. Here's a clamp. You might as well start loosening this clamp right here. This is an 11 millimeter. By the way, guys, this is a 10 millimeter. The upper battery tray bolts are also 10 millimeters. Boost hose clamp is an 11 millimeter. There's the boost hose. There's the top of the boost hose, 11 millimeter. You want to loosen those clamps up. I'm going to show you guys how to take that apart. And then obviously the radiator, guys. Now the radiator is a little bit of a, could be a little controversial move, just because some guys are going to say it's unnecessary work. Guys, like I said before, there is no such thing as unnecessary work. The only work is doing the right job. Okay, so don't let other people tell you what the right or wrong steps are. It's always better to be safe than sorry. These are other people's trucks. Unless you're fixing your own truck, even if you're fixing your own truck, you don't want to create yourself any more problems than you already have. Okay, so to remove this radiator, guys, to be able to remove this radiator, you need to remove this bolt and that bolt. Those two bolts are holding on this side of the radiator. Also, guys, let's go over to the other side and show you guys how to do this. All right, guys, so on this side, passenger side, same thing, guys. Remove that bolt and that bolt. Those two bolts and the ones on the other side equally, those two will release the radiator, and the radiator will be ready to come up. Also, guys, you need to also remove the transmission oil cooler hoses. As you can see them, there's these little clips right there. There's another hose down there. Again, these are on the passenger side. I'm going to make some shorts to show you guys how to remove the actual boost hose, these lines, the ECM. All of these things will be created in small little shorts just to get through it real quick, guys. Okay, so those are the steps. Those are the next things that are going to come off, guys. All right, let's get these off. Let's get to this water pump.